Hey y'all, it's Dawn's Press-Ons with another episode of Freaky Friday. Today we are going to learn about these reptile eyes, crocodile eyes, snake eyes. I made mine red for effect, and this one I stamped, I guess on both of these I stamped the background using this image. And then I stamped the eye, I think one of these, I can't remember if it was this one or this one. I used one of the eyes to get that. This one I kept it all matte, painted red with a little white. I did some reverse stamping to get that one. On this one, I kept it matte, did the reverse stamping, and then added the clear, just the clear top coat just around the eye. And I thought it made like a really neat effect. So let's see if you guys can see that. It's a little bit 3D. Let me turn it sideways. It's got just a little bit of raised edge to it. You can't really tell that much, but it's just a little bit of a lump on the nail. It wouldn't be terribly distracting. So, and then this one was just the first one to just try to see, okay, how does this stamp? What does it look like? You know, when you get a new stamp and you're trying to see, what do you do? And then I colored this one in with a different, I reverse stamped it with a different red, and I just didn't care for that. So changed up my reds with this one to get a lighter red and not so dark. Okay, so let's see what to do. So those were made with the background stamping with the crocodile skin. Not exactly sure why I did extra eyes here. I might have done that just to see what would happen if I tried to turn it the other way. That was right. Okay, so this is what I mean. So on this set, if these two nails were side by side and you were holding them like this, you want them to line up so that it looks like the snake's two eyes are looking at you. Okay, so it would look like that, and you would want the two eyes to be able to look at you. So I wanted to see, with the one stamp, could I tilt this eye inward and this eye inward? Or did I need to flip the stamp over, which can be done, but it didn't need to happen. This stamp was perfect for tipping either way and making a great eye. So that's what I tried here with these, because I think that is so cute when people are able to turn their hands over and they've got like the two different butterfly wings, or, you know, like I said, the two snake eyes. It's just really cool. So, okay, so we are going to replicate this look here on these two nails. So I'm going to pick up this eye right here using my straight up black stamping polish. I just brush some over the top, use my scraper to scrape, and then use my stamper to pick up the image. And I'm going to clean off the excess. When that doesn't work, you get your sticky roller. And just make sure that everything's cleaned off. There you go. All right, let's stamp. So I want to tilt the eye inward on this nail. There we go. And then we're going to matte top coat that, and then we will paint it in. So let's put some matte top coat and get that curing. We want to be careful that we float over the top of our stamp. Otherwise, we'll make that run. My bottle here is almost empty. That's why it's, I have to keep dipping inside. And this nail is really, really big. It's way oversized, but I found this in my jar of nails that need to get used up. we go. My light line straightening out. Perfect. All right, let's cure that. Oh, you know what? I see it. You see where it smudged right up there at the top? To fix that, I'm just going to try to push the color back. There we go. Much better. Cure that for 60 seconds. All right, now for this one, we're going to do reverse stamping. So let's clean up that eye. I want to protect my stamper head while I'm spraying the acetone. You don't want to ever get any acetone or alcohol on the top of your stamper head. So I'm just going to move it aside. Let me move these nails over. There we go. So I have a squirt bottle here with some acetone in it. And then just use a little cotton. Always use pure acetone on your stamping plates. It will make them sometimes get a little bit cloudy. You can clean that up with the alcohol after you clean it. And then you want to make sure that your scraper is cleaned. If you're having trouble lifting your images or getting the polish clean on your stamping plates, it might be because you've got a buildup on your scraper. So make sure to clean your scraper too. All right, so on this one, we're going to reverse stamp. This one is done. Let's just put it back down over here. You can see there where it bled a little, but that'll be fine. Beautiful. Now this one, we're going to do reverse stamping. Oh well. So to reverse stamp, we're going to turn it over and we're actually going to paint inside. So I have a palette here. Let me move my stamping plate aside. I have a palette here. And this is from when I did my practicing earlier. And I'm just going to take my stamping polishes. You want to use regular nail lacquer for reverse stamping. And these are stamping polishes I got off of Amazon. I'm just going to put a little dollop of red there. And I'm going to paint the red part of the eye that I want. I'm going to try to do this using the camera and not my eyesight here. Now when we reverse stamp, it's okay if we go over the black lines, because when you turn it over, those black lines are still there. See, that pupil slit is still in there. And this polish air dries, so you want to be very careful about how quickly or how much you put on your palette, because it's likely that it'll get wasted. So I usually just put a little drop first. Let me clean up that side real quick. And I'm just using a detail brush with shorter bristles so that I can keep control over how much paint I'm using. Perfect. I think I want to save the rest of that for the yellow. All right, I'm just going to wipe off the extra red here, and then I've got a little thing of alcohol over here. I'm going to dip my brush in some alcohol and then clean the bristles. There we go, ready for the yellow. Now I'm just going to add a dot of yellow on my palette here where the yellow was. These are just Amazon stamping polishes that I got years ago when I first started, but I liked this shade of red and I liked this shade of yellow, so that's what I'm using. Now we're going to go, this is what we've got so far. Now I'm going to go around and do the yellow part. And always you can just keep flipping it back over and seeing if you like what you got. There we go. There we go. That's pretty good. All right, now let's get the green down that I want. All right, so I've got a couple of shades of green. This was straight up black that I used to stamp the outline. Now I've got Maniology's Rind. I'm just going to put a dot of that here. And then I've also got Maniology, what's this one? Oh, Alocasia. That's the best I can think of how to say that. If I am saying it wrong, please forgive me. All right, we're going to put a dollop of that there. All right, and I'm just going to paint these the way I think that they would naturally look on a critter. That's way too much. Way more than we needed. Okay, let's turn it over and see what we got. Oh, that looks really, really neat. That'll look so good when we stamp it down. All right, we're just going to let that sit for a few minutes and do its thing. Let's pull the other one out. Or I guess we already did pull it out. Let's put it on the stand. And let's work on painting it in. I'm going to clean my brush again. Okay, now here I've got a red gel polish and a yellow gel polish, and these are Madame Glam colors. My red is Passion, whatever, and then Querida. So weird names, but I got a red and a yellow from Madame Glam in shades that I liked, and I'm going to do basically the same thing, but just painting on the nail instead of painting on the stamper. And using gel polish gives me the advantage of being able to work as long as I need to, gives me the advantage of being able to wipe it off and redo it, and I've sealed the background in so that it won't wipe off if I have to remove this. All right, let's flash cure the red part. And let's see if this is ready to stamp. We want to tip it so that it is slanted about the same way. You know what? I really want to line it up. Hold on. Let's get that other one back out of here and just check so that we can line these up. I'd like them to be about in the same spot. So let me put that back on both on the stands here so that we can see them side by side. There we go. Now I can turn this one over. There we go. And stamp it at the same sort of angle that I did the other one, in about the same spot. There we go. And I got a little bit, there was something evidently on the stamper and it made a little line there, but this is the easiest thing to fix. I'm just going to take some straight acetone from my spray bottle here, and I'm going to spritz a little cotton round. And let's wipe that off. There we go. Wonderful. All gone. Okay. I'm just going to let that sit for a little while, and then we will seal it in. All right, let's keep working with this one. We got the red. Now let's do the yellow. Add a little bit here to this inner corner. Now, we talked about the plus sides to painting on top of the design that's already stamped rather than reverse stamping. The downside is I don't have those beautiful black lines to hide any mistakes that I make. Perfect. Perfect. Let's cure that. Okay, so we've cured this nail, and technically it's finished. I just don't like where that got smudged up there. I think I want to touch that up with a little bit of the paint. Here it is. I'm going to put a little bit of this on my palette. This is the same color that I used to paint the nail. So let me just touch that up. Just feather it away so that it doesn't look like a big dollop of polish there. All right. Let me put that back in the lamp and cure that completely for 60 seconds. All right, so we fixed that spot. We put it in the lamp. It's fully cured, and you can definitely see here where we did our fix. But that's just a matter of adding a little bit of matte top coat. So let's seal that whole thing back in with matte top coat. Just put a nice layer over the whole nail. Thin coat. It's just that little bit of color up there that we want to hide, that shine from the new layer of gel polish. All right. Good. Let's cure that. A full 60 seconds for that, and while it's curing, we're going to work on this one. This is the one that we stamped. Boy, now I've lost track. Was this our reverse stamp, or was this the one that we, I don't know. Whatever the case is, it's done, and we need to put some matte top coat over it. And we need to be gentle when we go over the image there where we painted. And we'll just lay a bead. My bottle here is getting really low. We're just going to lay a bead over the top rather than try to brush over it. And we're going to be really gentle here. And then we're going to cure that for 60 seconds. Okay, so both of our nails are now out of the lamp, and you can see them here. I can tell now this is the one that we reverse stamped, which is where we colored it in while the image was still on the stamper. And this is the one that we colored in after we stamped it. We used gel polish to color it in. And the way I know is because I remember coloring in the different shades of green around the eye with my stamping polish. We could go in and paint those on here with that, but if I was doing this for a set of nails, I would do that. But for just demonstration, we're going to leave them like they are for right now, a little bit mismatched. And I'm going to take regular no wipe top coat, and I'm going to put just a little drop here on my palette, enough for 2 eyes. Let's see if that's enough to do it. And let's take this first one, my little detail brush. Again, I will try to remember to stay in frame. And I'm just going to go around the inside of the shape of everything that we stamped or painted. You could do just the red part if you wanted to. But I like doing the whole eye. And I just get like a big drop on the end of my paintbrush and set it down on the nail and then kind of drag it around. Now I'm going to do the inside. You have to be a little bit quick so that this doesn't, you know, gel polishes are self-leveling, and this is going to try to level and spread out, and I don't want it to go beyond those borders. So now that I've got it everywhere that I need it to be, pretty sure I'm happy with this. Let's go ahead and add. And everywhere that I add this shiny top coat, it's giving it more dimension and depth. So I'm just going around to make sure that I've got all the little detail lines added on so that they are magnified and beautiful. Now we're going to turn that over upside down so that all that gel will pool to the center of that eye. And then I'm going to take it off the stand here and put that over in the lamp, and we're going to cure it for a full 60 seconds. And let's do the same thing to the next eye. Hopefully I still have enough here on my palette to work with. I probably do not. We're just going to go around the edge, trying to get all those detail lines and make a bit of a border. If you wanted it to be taller, you could use like a builder gel. Let me get a little bit more on my palette here. You could do this nail in a shiny top coat. I just think it looks so dramatic with the matte background and then the shiny part over the eye. I just think it really makes that eye and all the colors stand out in a super dramatic fashion. Freaky, if you will. Okay. And let's turn that over so that that will pool. Just for a few seconds. And then we're going to flip it back over and go put it in the lamp. 60 seconds. So real quick, while we're waiting on that nail to come out of the lamp, I wanted to talk to you about that leftover top coat that I had on here. Don't waste your top coat that you've got left on your palettes. One of the things that you can do is condition your brushes. So go back and find all your liner brushes, clean off whatever product is on there with some alcohol, and then drag your bristles back through that top coat and then cap them so that they're covered from any light, and put them back in storage. And that keeps your bristles nice and conditioned, and your brushes will last you forever if you keep them like that. All right, let's see if our nail is done and do our final show of what we did today. So this is where we started, playing around with the stamping plate, just seeing what could it do. What did we like? What did we not like? Did we like doing the background crocodile like imprint on it, the skin? Or did I like just the nails? And I kind of just liked the plain green, although, you know, adding the crocodile print, maybe if I did it in straight black, maybe that would have been something, I don't know. Anyway, so I just like these creepy eyes. Imagine those being on like those two fingers. I don't even know if I could get them on there to let them just sit on my nails for a minute. No, they're not going to stay. Not going to stay. But those side by side on your nails. Wouldn't that be so neat? All right, y'all. For a Halloween look or a spooky, if you had like an event that you needed to go to, that you needed to have something weird like that on there, going to the zoo, those would be really cool zoo nails. All right, so I hope you enjoyed our Freaky Friday. Y'all have a great day. Please remember to like and share, subscribe, follow, tell your friends. We're a brand new press-on business, and we'd appreciate all your help. Thank you.